Hey, it's Susan Thetford. Let me know where you're coming in from, what you're doing today, what part of the country you're in. And if you're new to my broadcasts, I am an entrepreneur. I teach people how to grow thriving businesses that fit inside of their life so that they can really enjoy their life. As a 30-year career realtor, that's building a business, right? As a 30-year career realtor, I've got to tell you about something today that's made me crazy. Have you ever gone on Zillow, found the house of your dreams, ecstatic, the price was right, everything about it was just perfect, and you called your real estate agent friend or you called the agent that was on Zillow and you find out that house isn't for sale? Or else, even worse, you call your agent and your agent scrounges forever trying to find it because it's not on the MLS and they can't find any agent who knows anything about it. The fact is you're devastated because you get all like hyped and excited. Let me tell you the real skinny about what Zillow is. And this is not from a disgruntled realtor's mouth. This is not from anything, but this is straight from the CEO's mouth, as a matter of fact. And then I'll explain to you how it works, why it's brilliant, and how it can work for you, and then that next step. So if you think this would be valuable, please feel free to share this on to anyone you know who might be looking for a home. The CEO, Spencer Rascoff, did an interview not long ago on CNBC. And in that interview, and I'll find that and put it in the comments, in that interview, he said that Zillow is a media outlet. Zillow is a means for building a business which is simply a media outlet to sell advertising. That's what it is. Now, here's the reason for that. There are millions of people. It's a great place to go if you love to find what celebrities have bought, or just to get a scope of what's going on within your community. They know that there are millions of eyeballs. It's a national thing, but it's not tied to any realtor associations. And so for someone who's just interested in looking for information, they know they've got millions of eyeballs on it. Well, where do millions of eyeballs, or where they are, there are advertisers. And so they're selling advertisement to anything related to homes, home ownership. They're selling advertisement to advertisers who want to go where the eyeballs are. They also are selling to realtors who want eyeballs, because those are real buyers, possibly. They're selling space, ad space, to realtors to be their promoted realtors on that site. Does that make sense? So it's a brilliant advertising market. It's a brilliant advertising vehicle. We as realtors, when I first got in the market 30 years ago, the only thing that people read would be the newspaper, and we advertised the homes for sale on the newspaper. Now, that sells very few homes. It does give me, the realtor, a lot of good PR so that you know I'm out there doing my work. That's what we do. We no longer read the newspaper. You read it online, which is one of the reasons that real estate basically paid advertising for newspapers, and a lot of newspapers, local ones, are doing really not well. But the fact is it's changed. So Zillow is created to be a vehicle to sell a lot of advertising. So what does that mean to you, who's the real buyer, who is a serious buyer or seller? It is not the place for you to be. It's a good place for fun. Let me tell you how it works. As a realtor, I'll get a listing and I'll put it on the MLS information. That's instantaneous, 24/7, instantaneous information for someone who's going on to RealTracks here in Nashville, Tennessee. Your realtor has instantaneous information about things in real time. Zillow, on the other hand, takes data from the MLS from all around the country, and by their own admission, they only get about 70% of it. So you're missing 30% of the market, of what's in your market that's currently on the market. So you're missing 30% of it, not seeing everything, but they're also 7 to 10 days. They are not in real time. So the house that comes on this minute on Zillow, that you pick up the phone and call your agent and say, this just went on, we got to see it today. It might have gone on 7 to 10 days ago, or it might not be on the market. I'll get to that in a second. The other, excuse me. The other thing is, another way another piece of property can get onto Zillow, maybe Zillow doesn't pick it up. I, as a realtor, also go to Zillow and hand put that information into it, which means that when it sells, I've got to hand take it out. And me as a realtor is really busy. I've done my job for that one. I might forget to do it. That's why the house that you see on Zillow may not be for sale. It may be a house that was on the market 4 years ago or 2 months ago. But that's why when you pick up the phone and call your realtor and say, I want to see it, they say, I can't find it. They're not throwing garbage at you. It's not on the market. What a disappointment that is. That's huge. The other thing, this is an independent consulting company that did this research. It's called Wave Consulting. And again, they found 70% of the homes that are on the market, 70% of the homes on Zillow is all that's showing, not 100%. So you're missing out a big piece. It's also not in real time, so it's 7 to 10 days behind. So in a fast market like here in Nashville, you're missing out on a lot. If you are a home buyer under $400,000 in the Nashville SMSA, and you're not in good areas, hot areas, if you're not on that house that day, you're missing it. It's not yours. There's going to be multiple buyers, and you won't get it. So if that's the case, what is Zillow good for? Zillow is good for me as an agent to get my name out, because I'm going to field all these calls if my rotation shows up. If I buy it, I'm going to field a lot of calls. I'm going to get buyers to call me that might not otherwise know about me. It's good if you want to just get a general idea of what's happening in the world. It's not good if you're a serious buyer. That's the long and the short of it. It's like watching HGTV. Do not watch HGTV and think that you can renovate a house, put in new kitchens, new bathrooms, do all the things they do, and stage it, which is another thing that makes me crazy, and stage it for $70,000. Ain't happening. So here's the thing. You can watch them for fun, watch them as a voyeur, but when you're serious about buying or selling a home, find yourself an agent who is active on the MLS, who is going to put in a search for you so that they know in real time when the things that you want will come up. They know immediately that it comes up. They can send that to you, and you two can get busy and go to work in finding that perfect home for you. Zillow is great for its purposes, but its purpose is not to be the place that you find and buy a home. It's the place that me, as a realtor, might be able to advertise to get you as one of my customers, and it's a place for advertisers to advertise their stuff. Nothing wrong with that, only if you know it. So, this is Susan. Please share this out if you think it might be valuable to someone you know. If you're considering the home search process, find yourself an agent who has a good app, who can give you real-time info and do a search for you 24/7. That's what's important in this market. Surround yourself with a knowledgeable team, and you'll get exactly what you want. Your home is probably your largest wealth building tool ever. That's important. Surround yourself with those who will work for you. See you soon.